Hi, I'm Nicole from the Bookworm in Edwards, and this is my friend McKenna.
Hi.
We're here to talk to you about awesome books that are great for second and third grade. McKenna's going to start.
Yeah, so the first one I want to talk to you about is called Lemons, and this is by one of the authors that we work really closely with in our store, Melissa Savage. She writes so many super fun books. She has one about the Loch Ness Monster and one about Martians. But this one is about a young girl who goes to live with her grandparents for the summer. And she is bored, Nicole. She is so bored. It is a small little town. There's nothing to do. But one day, she meets this boy. And this boy runs a Bigfoot hunting agency. And his whole mission is to prove that Bigfoot exists.
I mean, he does, right?
Yeah, obviously. But he wants proof. He wants a photo
yes.
or a video. And so they team up and they go and hunt Bigfoot during the summer. And it's so much fun. Great characters. Awesome, awesome book.
Awesome.
Next one is another really great one about things that may or may not exist. And this is by our friend Melanie Crowder. She has so many books. But this one is one of my favorites. It's about a young boy and his father. And his father is a lighthouse keeper. And one day, the boy discovers that the really important thing about this mission that his father has to keep the lighthouse is because the lighthouse itself is actually a portal between two different worlds. And so the boy goes through the portal, and he realizes that there's this whole other world out there that he had no idea existed.
Love it.
So super fun, big adventure.
Have you ever climbed up to the top of a lighthouse?
I have.
It's really cool.
It is awesome.
Kind of like going to like the top of a skyscraper, how far you can see.
Yeah, it's crazy. You can see the whole ocean. Definitely cool. Yeah. All right.
Oh, now this is really something we do have here. Rocky Stadium is where this book takes place. It takes place all in Denver and is a little mystery about the Colorado Rockies and about Mike and Katie, who go to the season opener. So if you like baseball, you're going to love this book. And somebody threatens to change up the scoreboard and not let it operate the way it's supposed to.
That's cheating.
Well, Mike and Katie are there to solve the mystery.
Good,
so
good.
They use their clues and all their techniques to solve the mystery. This is an awesome book that has all kinds of little chapter headings and funny things going on, and even some pictures throughout. So if you like to read books like Magic Treehouse, if you like to read books by Mike Lupica, you're going to love to read The Ballpark Mysteries, The Colorado Curveball.
Awesome. Now this one looks awesome too.
Yep, and this is also based in real life, but it's kind of a different format for learning about history. Who's read Nathan Hale or knows about Nathan Hale's Hazardous Tales? Do you? Well, if you don't yet, try this book, and if you do, you'll get the newest one when you read Major Impossible, which is all about John Wesley Powell and his amazing adventure in the 1800s in the West. So it goes from Wyoming all the way down the Colorado River to Arizona, through the Grand Canyon, and is told in a graphic novel format. So if you want to see history come alive in the pages and you want to be entertained as much as you want to read the book, then try Nathan Hale's Hazardous Tales, the newest one, Major Impossible, about John Wesley Powell.
All right. Now what about this one? This one looks extra fun.
Well, Mac B. Kid Spy is one of the favorite characters in our house. I have an 8-year-old son, and he loves Mac B. This is book 4 in the series, but Mac B is a kid spy. And he's just seems like a regular kid growing up in California, living with his mom at his house. And the thing about Mac B is that the Queen of England has his phone number.
What?
And she talks with an accent, of course.
Obviously.
So when he answers the phone, he knows it's her. She's like, "Hello, may I please speak to Mac B?" And he's like, "Speaking!" He knows who's calling. And in book 4, he has been pretty into video games lately. His mom thinks he should be doing some other stuff with his time. But as it turns out, being on your Game Boy a lot helps you learn how to crack codes. And that's exactly what the Queen of England needs help with in the new book. So we have all the books, but this is the newest one in Mac B. Kid Spy.
Awesome. Definitely gonna have to check that one out.
Oh, yeah. Oh, and this is also pretty funny and very highly illustrated. Los Tipos Malos is the Spanish version of The Bad Guys, and we have all the books in English and in Spanish. These are highly illustrated, funny books. And in The Bad Guys, this newest one is all about an intergalactic adventure with fire. It's super fun and funny. You'll notice that the book is highly illustrated and comes with a lot of detail. So if you like to read books in a series and you're just getting into graphic novels, Los Tipos Malos is probably just right for you.
What if I want something like a little bit more realistic, though?
Oh, we do have some stuff like that, especially at the Bookworm. And here for the book talks, we've got the newest in the Rebel Girls chapter book series. And this one is about Junko Tabei. She is the first woman who summited Mount Everest.
What?
She was an amazing mountain climber, and she was from Japan. When she was 11 years old, her teacher decided to take the class on a field trip, and they were gonna do some hiking on the field trip. And you know, she was like a little nervous because she was very small, she was very weak, and some of her boy classmates thought she couldn't even keep up and couldn't do it. But as it turns out, her teacher really believed in her. She was in 4th grade at that time, and it was her very first hiking adventure. Over the years, she climbed many mountains all over the world, including being the first woman to summit Mount Everest. What I love about the Rebel Girls chapter books is that their color on the inside and the illustrations really help the story come to life. But they're also chapter books, so you can learn all about a real person in history. So if you've graduated from the I Survived series or Magic Tree House, this is kind of the next step up in awesome chapter books all about famous women throughout the world.
Now I just need to talk to you about Nicole.
Okay.
How do you feel about rocks?
Well, actually, you know, if you're a mountain climber, you really care about rocks.
Right.
So I care about rocks, and I care about gems.
Right?
Like geodes. I love geodes.
I love geodes.
Okay.
Because you never know what you're going to get when you crack them open, right? You never
That's
know
right.
what color they're going to be, what type of
I want
crystal's going to be in
purple.
there. You want the purple one?
Purple's my favorite.
Purple's my favorite, too. All right. But
Very
this
good.
is great. This is a little DK Pocket Genius Guide.
It's tiny.
It is very tiny because it can fit in your pocket,
Oh, I
right?
get
You can
it.
carry it around.
Mhm.
You can reference it as you're going around outside.
Perfect.
And this is great because on each page you can see features a different type of rock. And it'll tell you all about everything about that rock. How it's formed, why the crystals are what color they are, how long it takes to form that rock.
I like that.
It's awesome. And it's on every kind of rock and
Look at all
mineral
those
you can
details.
ever imagine.
Does it have stuff about fossils?
It does have stuff about fossils.
And
And
gems.
gems, all kinds of stuff in here.
Good thing we have good vision and we're wearing our glasses because that is small print.
That is small print.
That's good for kids.
It is, with very good eyesight,
Yes.
unlike us older people,
Yeah.
you know?
But are there more books like that? Like tiny books?
There are. So
Oh.
there's some on dinosaurs,
Oh,
cats, sharks, dogs, elements.
Oh, cool.
Pretty
All
much
kinds of
anything
stuff.
you can want to know about. If
Uh-huh.
you really like facts and you really want to know really cool facts to share with all your friends, this is definitely the series for you.
I love it.
All right. Speaking of facts to know, but a little less realistic, still super cool, Batman.
Oh, yeah.
Now, what do you know about Batman, Nicole?
Not very much.
Not
'cause
very
I'm
much?
not allowed to watch much TV.
But this is great. This is everything you could ever want to know about Batman.
Mm-hmm.
And this is really cool. This is part of the Who Was series, which, you know, some of you may be familiar with. But this is what is the story of Batman. And the cool thing is there's illustrations all throughout it. And it starts all the way when he's a little kid and goes all the way to him becoming Batman and becoming a famous superhero.
Wow. And I know this series because I've read about history. And so I know there's like D-Day and Hiroshima and all these things that happen in history. And now there's also about people and like famous people.
Yeah, so we have some about Oprah, we have some about Michelle Obama, we have Batman and Wonder Woman.
So
Basically,
cool.
anything you could ever want to learn about, you can probably find it in this series, which is why it's so cool.
Oh, cool. We have a lot of those.
We do. All right. But I, for one, Nicole, am a really big fan of unicorns. Is there a What Was book about unicorns?
I should suggest that.
We should tell them. But I think in the meantime, this could be a good one.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yes, I agree. I like this one. Unicorn and Yeti are friends in this little series, and there's a lot of sparkles going on in this book.
Love sparkles.
Because, unicorns and Yetis, they're not likely friends. Like, Yetis are kind of gruff and mean, and they're like abominable. And unicorns are so lovely and magical. And so, they have to figure out how to become friends since they're so different. And I like how this book is told kind of like a graphic novel, kind of like a picture book, but kind of like a chapter book with all kinds of illustrations. And I really like that this book comes in Spanish and in English.
Yeah.
Because you can read it both ways or one or the other. There's a lot of good outfits because there's a unicorn,
Unicorns do know how to dress.
Yep. And what I also like about this book is that they really show how they can work together, and even when they're different, they can still have fun. So, great series, Unicorn and the Yeti, English and Spanish. Check it out. Oh, and speaking of friction among the animal kingdom.
Oh, yeah. So, I don't know about you, Nicole, but sometimes I wonder if a tiger and a shark had to fight, who would win? Right? Because a shark lives in the ocean,
Right.
a tiger lives on land, but who's stronger ultimately?
Right. Who has bigger teeth?
Exactly. That's what it really comes down to.
Yeah.
But the good thing is now we have a cool book that we can know all that info
It's
in one
actually
place.
5 books.
It's 5 books
Yes.
in one book. It's crazy. But this is who would win the ultimate showdown. And the really great thing about this book is it compares every different thing you would ever need to know about all these animals to figure out who would win. What their tails are like, what their teeth are like, what their different skills are. Can sharks paint? No, it says right here, they can't paint.
Right.
But, they can do a bunch of other stuff.
They would not win an art contest.
They would not.
Did
So
you
we have
know?
bears? Do you know polar bears were 10 feet tall?
No. Bigger than a grizzly?
Bigger than a grizzly bear.
Crazy.
Crazy. We have bears. We have ants. Do you know that ants are the strongest animals?
Like pound per square
Pound
foot
per
or whatever.
square
they-
inch, yeah. And then we have different history involved too. We've got dinosaurs. There's something for everybody in this
Yeah.
book.
And this is a book that second graders can read on their own.
Yes, they
You
can.
can,
This is like
totally
the
use
perfect
this.
level for anyone to read.
Yeah. All right. Whew. I saved the best for last. Who's into Fortnite? Probably a lot of you. And guess what? We found this awesome book that teaches you how to draw all the characters that are in Fortnite. All the stuff, all the gear. If you want to learn how to draw Drift, it's like step by step. Tells you what to do first, second, third, and fourth. How to draw his hands even. Super, super detailed. If you're an artist, if you are always thinking and doodling and doing creative stuff, then you're going to love how to draw Fortnite. It includes outfits, it includes, like I said, gear, weapons, all the vehicles. It's so, so cool and so detailed. So if you like Fortnite and if you like art, definitely check this one out. It's something fun to do if you have a little downtime. Maybe you're, waiting for someone, or you're just spending some time thinking at home. Check out how to draw Fortnite.
And I think even if you aren't very good at drawing yet, but you want to learn how to draw, this is fun too.
Because it teaches you step by step. Like, put
Yeah.
a circle here, connect these two pieces. I'm not very good at art, but you are. And so I need step-by-step drawing tips like this gives you. All right. Well, thanks for joining me for the second and third grade books. That was so fun.
That was really fun. We should do this more often.
Yeah. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed it and got some good suggestions too. We'll see you soon at the Bookworm. Thanks.